patterns body. Express your individuality. It's patterns body. At the intersection of creativity. Yeah, it's patterns body. Express your individuality. It's patterns body. At the intersection of creativity. Ooh, it's patterns body. Hello, 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 everybody. Let me see if everybody is joining. Let me see if I'm doing this right. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. My name is Dee from Patterns by Dee and also Dee's Designs, where I make PDF digital sewing patterns and custom clutch bags. Thank you guys for joining me. Today, I am hacking up the Carmen top, which I'm going to use also is this linen fabric here. Let me show you the pattern. I showed it earlier in a reel, but I'm gonna show it to you now. It has no stretch. It has a slight stretch to it, but not a lot of stretch. So thank you guys for joining me. Hello, hello, hello. Let me go to my comments real quick to see who has joined. Let's see. Comments, I have four. Hello, hello, Gail. Hi, hey, how are you? Hello, Handmade by T. Hey, Sabs. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Miss Shoe Diva. How y'all doing? Thank you for joining me. Let me put on some music. Okay. Let me let a little bit more people join before I show you all how I hacked up the pattern, the Carmen top pattern. Okay. So yeah. How's everybody doing on this beautiful Saturday? It's kind of dreary here. I think it's about to rain a little bit, but other than that, it's still nice. It's a nice breeze coming through. I do have a fan on me. But how y'all doing? Anybody sewing up the Carmen top today? If so, you can leave it in the comments. Let's see, any more. All right. So I'm about to get started. Thank you all for the ones that have joined me right now. Like I said, my name is Dee, so thank you for joining. I am hacking up the Carmen top, and I'm going to show you the pieces that I hacked up. The only piece I hacked up was pattern piece number 2, which is the back pattern piece. Okay, y'all see that? Am I mirrored? Let me see. Let me see. What's your background? Okay, I'm just gonna leave it as is. I don't want to mess anything up. Yeah, I don't want to mess anything up. So yeah, the only thing I'm hacking is pattern piece number 2, which I'm making the back longer. So if you see here, you're going to extend it, make a straight line all the way from the fold line all the way down to whatever length that you want your back piece to be. And you're just going to leave this side piece right here open. You know, you're not going to mess this up. And you're just going to add the length on each side to be even. I curved it here on the side seam. You can make it square or you can make it round. So it's all up to you. But this is the only piece that you're going to hack up and extend the back to. You're not going to do anything to pattern piece number 1, which is the front piece. And you're just going to leave it, the front piece as is. All right. I didn't sew anything ahead of time. I didn't do half of it like I normally do. I'm going to do the whole piece on this live. So I have both of my front pattern pieces, and this is the back pattern piece that I extended the back to. And like I said, I'm working with a linen. It has a little stretch to it, not a lot. It has a horizontal stretch, not a vertical stretch. And you will need to cut out pattern piece also number 3, which is the neck. And you can add the bias pieces, which I'm going to add to this pattern piece number 4. And you're also going to need the bias band tie, which is pattern piece number 5. And you will also need a zipper, because I'm adding a zipper, invisible zipper to the front, so I can get it over my head and put my arms through and everything, because like I said, this fabric doesn't have a stretch to it. Who else has joined? Hello, Mallory. How are you? Who else? Michelle. I have a comment top in it. Looking for. Okay, good. Because that's what the pattern really. I request you all to use a fabric with a stretch to a 4-way or 2-way stretch to the fabric. So a knit fabric is good for this pattern. Fabric. Thank you. I got it from Fabric Mart. I don't know if they have any more. You can go check on the website, but I think it was on sale too. So good luck, girl. Good luck. Okay, let's get started. Now, I'm going to have to add the invisible zipper to the front 2 pattern pieces in the center front. When you get your invisible zipper, make sure you press the teeth flat, because when you get the visible zipper, it's flat. So when you press the teeth flat, the front should come together like this instead of spread open like this. And this is a pretty long visible zipper. I'm definitely going to cut it. I'm going to cut it more down at the bottom than I am on top. So let's get started. Everybody know how to attach an invisible zipper? Hey, Monet, how are you? Okay. Now I'm gonna serge my the edges of my fabric later, because I know they're going to fray, because this is a linen fabric. So I'm going to add an invisible zipper at the center front right here. Okay. So let me take one piece and lay the invisible zipper with right sides facing. And I'm going to lay, y'all see this, I'm going to lay, this is the edge of the center front right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you always match the left side to the right side of the left side of the zipper to the right side of the fabric with right sides together. And then you'll, do vice versa with the other side so they can close up. So if you don't know how to attach an invisible zipper, I would refer you to find a tutorial on YouTube to find out about it, because right now, today, I really can't explain how to add an invisible zipper. I'm just going to add one onto here. All right, so. So how is everybody doing today? Let's see if I can, yeah. Let me see, I got two views, okay. All right. So I'm gonna pin this down. So my seam allowance is 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. So that's what I'm going to do when I add the invisible zipper. I'm just going to use 3/8 of an inch of the invisible zipper, because normally on visible zippers, they give you a 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. So I'm just going to use 3/8 of an inch of that and attach it to my center front seam. And this is all I'm doing. This is all I'm doing. And then when I close it up for the teeth, that's how it's going to look on the outside, just like that. So let me change over. And my sewing machine I'm using is my I'm an NS 2750D sewing machine, brother. All right, get where's my invisible zipper? My invisible zipper foot. Move this out the way. Okay, attach that. But first, let me put on my glasses. I need to see. I tell you, as you get older, your vision just goes. Listen to a little bit of jazz. And it's not going to take long for me to put this shirt together. I hope and pray it doesn't. It normally takes me an hour or more. It's been taking a couple people 30 minutes to put it together. But since I'm hacking it up, it's going to definitely take me longer because I am adding an invisible zipper. So, all right. And I'm still going to add the collar. Still going to do that. All right. So, let me put the teeth in the groove of the foot. And let's see where my needle goes. Okay. Let me back stitch. So, I mean, a couple people say I sew fast. I don't think I do, but you know, I eyeball a lot of things. All right, now that's on, which is the front, and that's the teeth. So now I'm going to have to make sure the other side is even with the front side. So let me close up the zipper. And let me see where my edge is going to be on the other side, or the bottom. And then I'll mark it to make sure both sides are even. That's not showing up. Let me get this. All right. So see where my center front stops? That's where I marked it on the other side of the zipper. So I know where to place my other side of my front piece. All right. So that's the back. Does anybody have any questions on how to how to do anything to the pattern. Let me bring it down a little bit. Okay. Make sure. All right. All right. Like I said, I'm only using 3/8 of an inch. What's my zipper length? You use, shoot, I think this is like a length 15 zipper, but I'm gonna cut it. So just measure the front seam of your top to know how long your zipper is going to be. That's it. But invisible zippers you can cut at the very bottom. Don't cut them at the top, cut them at the bottom. Let me see how everything is looking. All right, everything's looking fine. Good, good, good. Okay. Okay, so both sides are on. Let me zip it up and I'll show you. Okay, so this is the front since you added your invisible zipper. Okay, let's see. And make sure this bottom piece are even together because you are going to cut it like maybe down here. So because you don't need all this other access. All right, so this is trash. So this is what it's going to look like. Now, before you cut it, always make sure your zipper pull is up here, not down here, because sometimes you mistakenly pull it all the way down and you forget, oh shit, I just cut off the rest of the bottom of the zipper. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to secure it by doing a couple stitches back and forth at the very end. So now let me change my presser foot to my regular sewing foot. And I'm also going to show you how to attach. You're still going to attach the collar just like the same, but you're going to put the seam in the front instead of the seam in the back or on the side of the shoulder seam or what have you. So that's the only difference that you're going to do with the collar piece. So now let me secure this, going back and forth at the very edge. And with the invisible zipper, most of the time there's plastic teeth, so your needle won't break or anything when you go across a couple times. Okay, so and snips. Okay, so now when you have it on, you can see how it stops it. So this is the front, and that's it. Invisible zippers come in handy also with, if you want to add the zipper to the side of the pants or what have you. So now let's keep going. Since we added the invisible zipper, now we're just going to add the other pieces just like you would if you were using a stretch fabric. So I'm going to take my back piece and place both pieces right sides together and stitch them at the shoulder seams. And you're going to attach your shoulder seams together. And you're still going to stitch 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Now, like I said, I'm going to take my serger and just serge the seams. Or I can do it now if I want. Okay, so there's one shoulder. Let's do the other one. All right, right now I'm not using any pins or clips because it's not necessary. Just making sure both pieces are even across. All right, so now both pieces are attached on the side seam. Now I'm going to add my sleeve bias band, and that is pattern piece number 4. All right. And we'll right sides together. I'm just adding, now I'm going to need pins. So I'm just adding the bias band all the way across, and I'm doing the flat method. Instead of closing the side seams, I'm just doing the flat method. And you know what? I am going to serge. I'm going to get my serger out real quick. Not going to take long. Right here. Right here. I already have my color thread in it. Thing I have to do is just plug it up. All right, turn it on. And I have a serger, but if you don't have a serger, you can use a zigzag stitch. But make sure the zigzag stitch is at like a, with non-stretch fabric, you can leave it at 2.5. But if you're using stretch fabric, put it at 3.5. Give it a clean finish. All right, so let me serge the other shoulder. I just love a serger. It makes it look so clean. All right. So now, since both sleeves are serged, now we can use the flat method. Let me put a snip here at the crease so I'll know where to put it at the shoulder seam. Now always fold the seam towards the back on the wrong side instead of towards the front. And pin. So anybody in the chat, how many times have y'all made the Carmen top so far? If you made it once, that's fine. Put it in the chat as well. And on a level from 1 to 10, is it easy or hard to sew together? Sab says 1, but 0. Have another cut out. It's super easy. Okay, good. All right, so now let's stitch 3/8 of an inch for the sleeve bias band. All right. So now you've touched the bias band. Now you're going to press it. You're going to press the seam inside of the bias band. Then you're going to fold the other half, other side of the bias band in half, and then close up the seam like that. Okay. Let me attach the other side so I can do both at the same time. Press at the same time. All right, so that's the back. Okay. All right. I just added it at the side, at the seam, the shoulder seam. I was going to attach my other camera so you guys could see the above view, but I kept getting an echo and I don't know how to get rid of it. And it was starting to upset me, so I just decided to just not add it to the live. But I hope you guys can see it at this view, what I'm showing you now. Like I said, this linen has a little stretch to it, so I'll pull it slightly and then pin. That's it. All right. Some people like to see what I'm doing, so I'll keep the camera on my machine. Right. Okay. Hope that's a little better. In the world. Oh, got stuck. Back stitch. I love linen. I love linen and denim. Those are my two favorite fabrics to work with. Anybody in the chat have a favorite fabric? Is the volume separate? I did mute it, Sabs. I did. I went to settings and everything and I muted it, but it was still having an echo. I don't know why. Yep. I was on this like for hours trying to figure it out. Hours. Okay. Now I'm just going to press that and then fold it over. See, sometimes I know how to work technology, sometimes I don't. I don't know, maybe it was because I can't use my phone or something. I don't know. Denim is my, yeah. I love denim. All right, so press that. I think this is gonna be so cute. So cute. Okay, so that was easy. So since now I've pressed it, now only thing you have to do is fold it over the seam allowance. So it could look like that on the wrong side and look like this on the right side. The only thing you have to do is just match up the edge of the bias. When you fold it, just match the edge up to the stitch, the seam allowance stitching line. And from that line, you're just going to follow that line all the way across with your sewing machine. You don't need pins or anything. Okay. Because this is how I do it. I just fold it, make sure it's at the seam, at the stitches, and just go 1/8 of an inch from that stitch and do top stitching. So like that on the other side, and that's it. Close to the seam, not far, but close enough. So that's 1/8 of an inch from the seam. So I'm gonna do the other side the same way. Let's see if we can find some more jazz. Is Florida South Florida Frock Toast today? It's today, right? Because I saw that saw Terrence and Renee in Florida. I haven't seen anyone else yet. All right, so that one's on. So now, and you know what? My fast ass. I did it all wrong. Let me just let me just take some of these stitches out. Because you're supposed to stitch up the side seam first with my fast butt. So everything could be neat. I'm just going to take some of the stitches off at each end of the bias band. See, that's what happens when you go too fast, but it happens. Just take your seam rippers. Okay. Yes, today. Okay. And that's the part I hate. Taking out stitches. And I thought I was going to go so smooth without taking any stitches out on this live. But like I said, it happens. I'm just taking it off the edge. Okay, that should be good. All right, so now we're going to put the side seams together, and that's what I'm going to have to pin. All right, match the notches, side seams. And now you're going to stitch from the bias tape all the way down to the sides, 3/8 of an inch. Hey Alicia, how are you? Yes, my fabric tape. Oh, your your fabric tapes are the same too, yeah. Linen and denim. I mean, I like working with difficult fabrics like chiffon too. But I think I get a lot more wear out of linen and denim. Especially denim. And back stitch. All right. Okay. Let me serge this side quick. Okay, now I'm going to fold it over and close it out. So it can be a neater finish on the wrong side. Make sure you cut all these extra threads that don't belong. Okay. All right. So that's done. That sleeve. So let's do the other side. Anybody having fun? Doing anything exciting this weekend besides watching me sew? All right. Let me see if I can get it on this side. Remember how people used to say, "Oh man, I can't wait for this movie to come out." Any good movies out, y'all? I mean, we don't go to the movie theaters like we used to anymore. But is there any good movies out there? Any good shows? Shoot, it's not like what it used to be back in the day. All right. This is so time consuming. All right. So let me do the other side real quick. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I truly appreciate everybody that joined so far. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I haven't been on live in a very long time. So I truly appreciate it. And yes, I am the host for So Your View. So June is almost up. So we got to engage with the host for next month. And who is the host for next month? I'm not really sure. Does anybody know who's the host for So Your View for next month? Okay, so now let's attach the other side. Make sure everything is evened up. Michael. Michael is, who's Michael? You said you think Lynn, and Patricia said it's Michael. I know Lynn, but I never heard of Michael. All right, so we're just going to go up an inch on the other seam, side seam. I think I heard Lynn too, Stabs. I think I heard Carmen, Lynn. All right. So is anyone else thinking about doing this in a different type of fabric besides stretch? I mean, I do love using stretch fabric for this pattern, but I just wanted to try something different to see how it would turn out. And I think it's going to turn out really cute. All right, so that's done. All right, so now I'm just going to close up the bodice piece. All right. All right, so now the bias bands are on each sleeve. So now both sleeves are done. Now let's attach the neck piece. All right. So with the neck piece, I'm gonna make a snip at the fold on both ends so I can match up the center back with these two notches. Okay, because this is the center back where I'm going to put a snip at as well. And I'm going to match up the center back with right sides facing. And then I'm going to unzip this a little bit. Since this is 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, at the width, that's where I'm going to place the corner edge of the zipper. So you see this overhang. This overhang is the seam allowance. of the neckband. And that's where I'm going to pin. Okay. Let me match the notches with the shoulder seams. And then pin in between those openings. And it's almost like the same way you would attach a regular collar or the collar stand of a shirt. And just pretend this is the stand. This collar piece is the stand of a shirt. All right, I'm just going to pin throughout the top. All right, I'm still going to use 3/8 of an inch seam allowance all the way around the rim. Thread came out of my needle. Hold on. Okay. Back stitch. I gotta get some new nippers. All right. Hey, Carla, how are you? Oh, hey, Carol, how are you? I thought you was Carla, my bad. Thank you for joining. All right, so easy to attach. I hate that. Doggone it. All right. So now that's on. Let me make sure the seam is pressed inside of the collar. I mean, you could trim it if you like, but I'm just going to press it. So now to cover the edge of this, the teeth, only thing you're going to do, fold it just like so, just like that. And you're just going to stitch right across. So let me just press 3/8 of an inch of this top of the collar down, the seam allowance down. That's all you're going to do for right now. All right. So now you're just going to fold it wrong sides together on the ends, and then you're going to stitch right where the teeth are of the zipper all the way up to the top edge of the collar. So just make a straight stitch right on the edge. Thread. All right. All right, I'm just going to go back and forth a couple times to secure it down. All right. Cut your excess threads, and you're going to cut a little bit of the corner off too. So you'll be able to flip it right sides together. And you're just going to hide it just like that. And that's just the top of the collar. And that's it. You're going to do the same thing for the other side. back stitch. All right, and just tuck it under, just like so, just like that. And now you're going to press it both sides. All right. Now I'm just going to pin matching the notches that were on the other side to the side seam, the center back, and the other side seam. Just covering it up. So quick and easy. And I did cut out a size medium, I'm sorry, a size large, because I know this doesn't have any stretch to it. Like if I was using a knit fabric, I would go according to my size, which is medium for the pattern, because the pattern is suggesting that you use some type of fabric with a stretch to it. So this has a slight stretch, but not a real like four-way stretch to it. So I went up a size. So if you want to make this top, go up a size if you're not using any fabric with a stretch. That's what I would prefer you guys to do, because I want you to be comfortable in it. And also, I mean, you can go up 2 sizes if you like. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Whatever you feel comfortable with. And the last thing to do is hem the bottom, front, and the back. And on the bias tie. All right, so this is too cute. All right, so this is the collar around the neck. All right, now let's start hemming the edge. And I'm gonna use my serger. You know what? I'm not gonna even use my serger. I'm gonna take my iron and I'm just gonna press 1/4 of an inch. I'm gonna do it like twice, just like that. So I'm just gonna press 1/4 of an inch twice, once this way and another to cover that up. And when it comes to hacking things, whatever you feel comfortable with, do it. Yeah. And then afterwards, just do a top stitch. Just like that. And I'm gonna do the side seam to the back as well, do the same thing. Make sure I got that curve right. Sorry, y'all can't see me. I'm sorry. I'm just pressing the edges. Now I'll show y'all in a minute what I did. All right, trying to go as fast as I can. Hold on. All right. I'm just doubling up the hem again, using a 1/4 of an inch. I just love linen because no matter how much you manipulate it, it just, I mean, from pressing it and everything, you don't need a clapper or nothing. It just holds its shape and everything. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Looking good so far, y'all. Looking good. What you working on now, Sabs? I know you working on something. I saw how you did the fancy flare dress. It was so pretty. And you all have done the Carmen top so good. Oh my God. So many of y'all have made it. I am so happy. Thank you so much. So much. All right. Almost finished pressing. And after I get finished pressing, I'm going to do a top stitch. And then I'll add the tie. And then we'll be done. We'll be done. All right, so now I finished doing both sides. So I'm going to top stitch the bottom first, and then I'm going to do the sides. All right, so that's the bottom edge. So pretty, so neat. All right, we do the other edge. Oh, you finished up a whip? Oh, thank you. You're not sewing today? Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't sew the other day either. I had to take a break from working on the pattern. My next pattern. Took a little break to do something else. I got so many projects. Working on some more bags, custom orders. If y'all haven't seen already on my website, I do have option where you can custom make your own clutch bag. So if y'all interested, go check that out in 3 different leathers and 3 different hides, fur hides. So yeah, check that out. All right, now I'm hemming it all the way around the side seams and the back edge. Just going around this side turn real quick, taking my time. I gotta hold my breath when I come around these turns. Looking good. All right. Okay. So that was finishing upper whip. All right, so now the edges are done. Let me press this really quickly. All right, now we're going to attach the tie. Pattern piece number 5. This is the last piece and very easy to attach. All right, so put the wrong sides together. I'm gonna stitch 3/8 of an inch. All right, now I'm gonna press this seam flat. Now at the bottom, zip where the zipper is at the bottom, I'm gonna attach the seam, the center front seam, bias band in the top. And now I'm just going to pin all the way on the edge down. Do the same thing to the other side, right side's facing, just attaching. All right, so let me stitch 3/8 of an inch, attaching the bias band to the center front of the top. Damn it. What's that keep happening? I think it's time for me to take this sewing machine apart and clean it. All right. So now let's just press this down. And that'll be the end of that. All right, just pressing the bias band seam allowance inside before I fold it together. All right, now that I've pressed my bias band together with wrong sides facing on both sides, now I'm going to fold it, meeting in the middle, folding in half and stitching, top stitching it down. Hope I have enough. Yeah, I got enough thread on my bobbin because I hate playing chicken bobbin. Almost finished, guys. Almost finished. It didn't take us long at all. Well, it didn't take me long. How long have I been on here? For an hour and 53 minutes. Almost 2 hours. Yeah, because I added the invisible zipper. Nope. This one. Is it? Let's see. Is it that one? Nope. That's questions. Breaking news. Oh, here it is. If you all haven't subscribed already, please do so. Nope. Where is it? Well, it's already down there. All right. All right, almost finished. All right, we are done. We are finished. Just cut these extra threads off. And I'll try it on you guys after I press it. Yep. Okay, so here's the top and zipper. So I'll try it on for you guys. And I'll be right back. Nope. Which one is it? Oh, be right back. All right, so this is it with the collar and the zipper. It's a real cute collar. You can zip it down if you want to, you know, however more you want to go. And this is the back. And now I'm going to tie it around me. So it's the same. Hold on. Thank you. It's from Fabric Mart. The fabric is from Fabric Mart. So, like I said, this is what the flaps look like with the strings, and this is what the back looks like. The back panel. I made it pretty long in the sides. And if you don't want to show the ties, you can put this over top of it, the back piece, and have it just like that, where you don't have to show the tie. You can just cover it up. And that is it. So it came out so cute. Yes. So this is with a linen. So yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. Thank you. Thank you guys. So like I said, you can hide it in the back. And this is the zipper. So yeah. And this is with a linen. A little stretch, not a lot, but a little stretch. Mm. You can make the back as wide as you want. You can make it wider. Yeah, this is cute. So yeah, I like the zipper. Still have a little collar. Yeah, so very easy, very quick. Took us, what, 2 hours to put together. Mhm. Yeah. Or you could just wear it like this. Or you can wear it backwards. You know, you can wear it backwards. Mm. Yeah, I really like this. This is cute. Any questions? Y'all have any questions? Yeah, I like the zipper. That's cute. Okay. And like I said, you can wear it backwards too. Well, thank you guys for tuning in, watching me make this. Like I said, this is a size large. I normally wear size medium, and it has no stretch to it. So, did you size up for the woman? Yes, I did size up. This is a large because I normally wear a medium if it was stretch fabric. If it was, what the pattern intended it for, size medium for me. But yeah, with no stretch, go up one size, up two sizes, whatever you're comfortable with. Um, yep. Let me see. Let me see. And I did get this fabric from Fabric Mart. It is a linen. I should make some pants too to go with this. That'll be cute. Yeah, some nice linen pants. But yeah. Yeah. Yep. Mm-mm. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching me put the Carmen top, packing the Carmen top. And like I said, I used this linen and added a visible zipper. You can add You can add buttons too if you want buttons or a visible zipper. Yeah. Make sure you add enough seam allowance to, you know, if you want to add buttons or an invisible zipper. But yeah, I just used the 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, which was on the pattern, to add the invisible zipper. But yeah, thank you guys so much. If y'all have any more questions, just leave them in the comments down below and I'll try to answer them as the best as I can. So enjoy your weekend. Thank you, Sabs. Like I said, I haven't been on in a while. So I have to get comfortable with being, you know, doing these lives more. All right, guys. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care.